Hey everybody, welcome to Beers with Braveheart, the beer cast with good signs and best buds. I'm joined again today by my good buddy Will.
Hey, I'm back.
It's for horses. You know what's not for horses? The syntax from Mother Earth, which is a peanut butter stout. Let's drink it.
Yeah, dog.
That is strong.
That's very strong. It's very dark. It's really good though.
It's not quite as... It's like Stranger Things Season 1. Not quite Stranger Things Season 2. Pretty dark.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Not quite dark.
Season 2 is pretty dark.
Season 2 is pretty
Now
dark.
that we've
Exactly.
finished.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's fucking... That's black.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fucking
really
metal.
dark. I take back what I said. There's like a molasses-y kind of flavor to it.
Yeah.
Like it's really dark. Man, it's dark.
Well, I'm
almost
glad
like
you say molasses, because
tobacco.
that's kind of what's in this. It's got deep dark malts and espresso notes and British crystal malts. Despite the dry finish, there's a wonderful molasses character. Yeah, here I taste that.
I don't know how else to describe it. Like I like the first sip, which is weird because now I'm starting to not like it as much. It's starting to kind of teeter off into another
It's just strong,
dimension of not my favorite, but
like a deep South accent. You just got to drip out of your mouth.
yeah, it's
like
very,
molasses.
it's very drippy.
Very drippy.
I
Drip,
don't-
drop, dripping.
I don't really like the.
Dripping with that chocolate sauce.
I don't really like the flavor.
Is the peanut butter very
I don't
strong?
taste any peanut butter at all. Do you?
It's in the back. I get it in the aftertaste.
Maybe.
You know what? In the aftertaste is when I get it.
Anyways,
In case you're confused. The Syntax Imperial Peanut Butter Stout from Mother Earth Brewing. It is an American Imperial / double stout. Mother Earth is from Vista, California, which is San Diego County area. It has an ABV of 8.1% and an IBU of 66. So it's strong in alcohol. Pretty bitter. It's up there.
66. What's the highest we've done so far?
The highest we've done is 85.
And which one was that?
That was the Bootleggers, the American Rye IPA.
Oh,
there was
wow.
another one, also the Modern Times Blazing World, which you didn't have, but Casey had.
Right. Maybe it's the
No. Now, IBU is not necessarily...
bitterness.
It is bitterness, but it's not just like, oh, that tastes fucking bitter
Yeah.
or sweet. Because you can't really measure that. I think it's specifically on the type of malt and hops and how they do it. So it's a measurable thing. So that's why, well, the Bootleggers, the Bootleggers one was not very bitter. It was super sweet.
Yeah,
it was
that's
tasty.
what I was going to say because it's got to be something to do with those kind of characteristics. Because
Yeah,
this is,
it's something they can measure. It's it's objective, not subjective.
to me, this is almost at the point where it's not enjoyable. Like the bitteriness.
It's
of this
so
beer.
dark. I still like it. This is the second highest ABV that we've had too,
Yeah.
which the first one was the Imperial Porter,
Mm-hmm.
which this is a stout. Stouts are supposed to be stronger than porters, but I think the peanut butter kind of messes with that. Now, have you had the what's the Belching Beaver peanut butter milk stout?
Mm-hmm.
That's the big difference.
Yeah.
Is that's a milk stout, so it's extra creamy. This one is just a straight up Imperial stout. Those are strong.
Yeah, those
Strong
I
flavors.
really like that one. Also, the nitro milk stout is really good
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Any nitro.
Anything on nitro.
So
If
much
we
better.
go to somewhere and I see something on nitro, if they had Diet Dr. Pepper on nitro, and I'm not a big fan of Dr. Pepper, I would order Diet Dr. Pepper on
Right.
nitro. I don't know how that would work, but I would do it. The
Damn.
brewery started in a garage in San Diego County in 2008, but became a brewing business in 2010 when they finally opened a tasting room. And by 2016, they opened an additional production facility in Nampa, Idaho. Because why not?
Taxes are lower.
Potatoes are flowing.
Everything's a bit better.
Yeah, a little bit slower in Idaho. Squawk, bow, bow. I've been really trying, baby. Their plan is soon they hope to turn out 100,000 more barrels from the Nampa brewery of the same quality that they get from Vista. So
Damn.
I guess it's to help them spread.
I wonder how much automation is needed for that to happen. Like if they're really looking towards massive automation, because to me it's interesting. The name of syntax comes from the sin of tax. It's not what it comes from. Syntax and language is the order in which you speak.
Right.
And then people in different areas speak in different orders, and this also translates itself to computer programming. Mm-hmm. And computer programs work in a certain syntax.
Right.
So like if you write code or use your phone or whatever, and you hit home and you go to camera, that would be a syntax error if it were to go to the wrong place because of the line of the code being in the wrong place. Oh. So that's like literally what's happening in the coding. So
it's like the iPhone X right now. I don't know. There's problems with the iPhone X.
Is it out?
Yeah, it's out already.
I thought it was just pre-orders.
No, it came out October 27th.
Good.
Syntax. It's funny because it's also a pun.
Yeah. So there's a genre of art called glitch art, and glitch art is literally taking the idea of this beer, which is syntax. We're taking a sin from a syntax, I guess, or
a sin as in a glitch.
Right. A sin as in like breaking a cardinal rule or something, whatever the idea is. Like a sin is an immortal act on something that's biblical or whatever you're calling a sin. There's vices and there's virtues, and the vices are really what are interesting because they're what's breaking the virtues and breaking things apart. So
that's the tasty ones.
Glitch art is really taking the syntaxical approach to generating code, or the syntax of code, using that as the driver for some kind of artistic design and breaking it and seeing what comes out of it.
Cool.
So there's a bunch of glitch artists that are doing things now, especially that Instagram and all these digital mediums are becoming way more prolific. I think that's a huge opportunity in these kind of digital tools or these digital fabrication tools, is they're taking ideas from a bunch of different modes of fabrication and trying to combine them with new tools and new like processes of making things.
Yeah.
They're not perfect. Like 3D printing, if you know anyone that does 3D printings, it like usually fails the majority of the time. It's the joy to me, the hobby of 3D printing is to like kind of fix the errors and get like a good print.
Find the failures.
Yeah, it's like woodworking. Like it's beautiful to see a well-crafted woodworked piece of wood.
But it's maybe another learning opportunity to see a non-well-made piece of work and then compare it.
We appreciate the craft of woodworking, even though there's a machine that can do it way better. And I think it's like it's owning the craft and getting into it. And this is beginning to go off into another subject, but I think that using a tool and being incredibly regimented about how you use it and knowing the full kind of repercussions of each different part of the tool and how to use it correctly and all that kind of stuff enables you to be a master of the tool, and you shouldn't be ashamed of using it for something. Like it's interesting to me to when you see people that use a tool in a certain way, and this can be applied to all kinds of stuff, like the people that wrote Windows and like Windows XP or something. I don't know which one it was, but if you typed in a certain thing with the command prompt, it made a bit code version of like the introduction to Star Wars.
Yeah.
And there was like this thing hidden inside.
Oh, you see that stuff all the time in video games.
Cool. Yeah. Super cool. The Easter eggs of using a tool, generating something interesting, and then hiding something inside of it.
Yeah.
Because it's able to do something that other tools can't.
Like this beer, which is hiding alcohol.
It is.
It does have... It's not hiding it very well.
Was it 8.1?
It's not hiding it very well. It's 8.1. Yeah. No, so if you have to give on a scale of I don't know, famous glitches, missing number from Pokemon to what are good glitches? Missing number from Pokemon is good.
Missing number from Pokemon
to
and Metal Arms glitch in the system. Did you ever play that?
I know the game. No.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
I always confused it with Metal Slug.
It's too bad we use that reference now because I love that game and I would love this to be on the level of Metal Arms. I'd give it a 3, honestly.
It's a 3, so whatever that means. Yeah. I like the... Also, if we're purely comparing peanut butter stouts, I think I still prefer the Belching Beaver just because it's a milk stout. It's a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
I would probably put this at a 5. It's just like, I'm not going to turn it down, but I'm not necessarily going to order it. But
the label got me. That's not just the hot devil lady.
The label and the name.
Yeah.
It's just cool. It's a good brew. It's a good brand too. So that's gonna be it. That's all the time we have. We finished our beer. We had a good conversation. Thank you for coming again, Will.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, we film at your house, so it's pretty easy to get you.
That's okay.
But like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. Do whatever you got to do to get more beers with Braveheart. Follow us on Instagram. And that's it. Just YouTube and Instagram. That's all we're going to do.
That's all we're doing. That's the end. Go get some real free doors and fake doors.
Fake doors.
Bye.
The end.